So when it's time to buy abrasives, you might be overwhelmed by all the options. You've got aluminum oxide sandpaper, net abrasive discs, you got different grits, 9-inch round, 5-inch round. We're here to help you determine which is the right choice for the job. So first, let's divide your choices up into 3 main categories: sanding screens, net abrasives, and aluminum oxide sandpaper. Now, it's easy to tell these apart when you're buying from Hyde. Sanding screens are a dark gray and see-through. Net abrasives have a maroonish or gray see-through material with a fuzzy backing. And aluminum oxide is dark red and completely opaque. Sanding screens are designed to do one job, and that's sanding drywall compound. Sanding screens can be used with any standard rectangular sanding head, but they're also designed to work with Hyde's lineup of vacuum-powered dust-free sanders. Now, one really nice feature of sanding screens is that they can be easily rinsed and used several times, making them an economical choice for drywall projects. Now, moving on to Hyde's most advanced abrasive technology, we have the net abrasive. Net abrasives have more features than aluminum oxide and sanding screens, and therefore they're going to cost a bit more. But keep in mind they are designed to last up to 5 times longer than traditional sandpaper. So in the end, they can actually be the more economical choice. So let's get into some of those features on the net abrasives that Hyde's design engineers have perfected over the years. Number 1, net abrasives have an open weave structure, and this is useful for a couple reasons. First, it minimizes clogging of your material. If you've ever tried prepping a painted surface for a new coat of paint with traditional sandpaper, you've experienced the frustration of heat buildup in that sandpaper, which turns the paint gooey and gums up the grit, making it virtually useless in no time. The net abrasive material drastically reduces that issue by reducing heat buildup, and this porous material gives the removed dust a place to go. And now we get to the good part. Because the net abrasive is porous, it can be used with Hyde's vacuum-powered dust-free sanders, like our dust-free round sander, hand sander, or pole sander. So if you have a dusty project, a drywall sanding job being the best example, a dust-free sander paired with a net abrasive is going to trap 99% of the dust and make your job easier and much cleaner. Now, our net abrasives are designed to work with dust-free sanders, but they also work great with our regular 9-inch radial sander. Just like the sanding screens, net abrasives can be easily removed and rinsed for use again and again. Net abrasives have a hook and loop backing for attaching the abrasive sheet to the tool. So you can quickly and easily change out discs on our compatible 9-inch radial sander or our upgraded dust-free 9-inch radial sander. Hyde's net abrasives come in 2 shapes: a round 9-inch, which is designed for use with our 9-inch round sanders, and rectangular sheets, which are designed to fit any standard 9-inch by 3-inch rectangular sanding head. Lastly, we have our aluminum oxide sanding discs. Now, the biggest difference with aluminum oxide is that it's not porous. So you're going to want to stick with the sanding screens or the net abrasives if you want something compatible with a dust-free sander. Now, here's where aluminum oxide discs really stand out. Just like net abrasives, they're great for sanding joint compound and painted walls or ceilings in preparation for a paint job. But if you've got a small job where you don't necessarily need the long-lasting durability of net abrasives, aluminum oxide might be the smart choice. The other big positive for aluminum oxide sanding discs is that they can be used on pretty much any surface: wood, metal, fiberglass. If you need it smooth, aluminum oxide is up for the job. All of our aluminum oxide discs feature the fuzzy hook and loop backing for quick and easy changeouts, and they come in 2 sizes: 9-inch, which is compatible with our best-selling 9-inch radial sander, and 5-inch, which is designed for use with our handheld sander, which is tool number 45380. One thing that all our abrasives have in common is that they're available in a range of grits. Now, depending on the product, Hyde abrasives can range anywhere from 120 grit, like on this sanding screen, all the way up to 240 on the highest grit net abrasive. Generally speaking, the lower the number, the rougher the abrasive surface, and the more material will be removed with each pass. Painters like using low grit abrasives to rough up old painted surfaces in preparation for new paint, while drywallers like the highest grit abrasives to get the final pass on joint compound nice and smooth. For most drywall jobs, you're going to want at least a few different grit levels so you can start with a lower grit and then work your way up to a high grit. Thanks for choosing Hyde Tools. If you have any questions about our abrasives, go ahead and leave it in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.